Tonight on RGB, we spend the evening getting closer to Mzansi's brightest star, Bonang Matheba. Molweni bethu nana namkelekile to Africa's gossip leader, The Real Goboza, the show that strives ukubonisa wena what happens when celebrities get their privacy settings all wrong. Now, Women's Month is in full swing, and I hope you made it your mission to make a Woman's Day. With me, as always, the Sultan of Style, Mr. Swag, Mr. Everything, Mr. Mangesi. Right, baby?
Good evening to all of you at home tuning in for another slice of the celeb life. There was someone making you the center of their universe this Women's Month. Tonight, RGB abafazi in entertainment, with a focus being on one of the brightest stars that we have, not only up in South Africa, but ilizwe jikelele.
When namhlanje RGB is on Ngokola with a woman who has become the guiding light of the local entertainment industry, whether it's hosting the most prestigious events in the nation and overseas, or creating her own champagne, darling. This girl,
So as we spend the month celebrating trailblazing women in entertainment, the RGB welcomes Queen Matheba herself. How are you?
I'm good.
So,
yes, Kel.
Before Sikale, I have one major question to ask you.
Yes.
We've been trying to get you on the show for a very long time.
Yes.
And I want to know, are you here now because you just really like me? Or what was the issue?
I like Sinazo. You are new to the block, so, you know, you're getting there. No, but I like you too. You and I had such a great moment at the Global Citizen.
Yes.
So I remember that. You were interviewing me on the red carpet. I enjoyed that. But I'm here because I haven't been here in a while.
And I think the RGB viewer has probably only seen it on social media, streets and everything like that. But how did you come from the streets of Mafikeng and then to become this global brand? This global brand.
You know, it's a matter of time. It's a lot of planning. It's a lot of consistency. It's a lot of focusing on yourself, on your dreams, your goals, your ambitions, and just kind of keeping a focal vision and wanting to do better than yesterday. I am a person who's quite inspired. I love the good things in life, and I understand that the only way to get them is if I work very hard. I'm also very fortunate to come from a well-rounded family. I grew up around people who work hard, so I know and have seen the fruits and the rewards of hard work.
Tell me about the journey into live, the experience of it, and then the exit, and why you chose to leave.
Getting into live was a very, normal industry standard. Auditions, come back, audition again. And then you get a call and you have the job. You're starting with a big kahuna like Andile Ngube. And here you are trying to find your space next to one of, the icons of not only South African music, I think South African entertainment and broadcasting. So I understood that in order for me to do really good, I need to learn from the best. And luckily I was placed with the best. Why I chose to leave, I think I wanted to grow, I want a new challenge every 3 years in my life. I want to try find something that forces me to be a better, greater version of myself.
What do you think makes you or made you to become South Africa's most loved TV presenter?
I think with any brand that is successful, with any person that is successful, it's just consistency and a high level of delivery all the time and being professional. And finding ways to grow and stay relevant and finding ways to be good. And when you get there, not giving up, not leaving loose ends. If you start something, complete it. If you start something, complete it. And if you complete it, do it very, very well.
And speaking of going into something and doing it very well and being professional, there's a flip side to that. Because sometimes people might say that you're difficult to work with.
Yeah.
And how do you combat that?
I get that a lot.
Yeah,
I get that a lot. You know, I get that a lot. Like, I'm very strong, you know, a little bit bossy sometimes because I know what I want. I'm quite firm. So I give out nonsense, you know? And usually that can come across as like, oh, she may be a bitch or she's just difficult to work with. But that, I think, it's women.
Yeah.
Women and then black women.
Yes.
You know, people complain because it's almost like you must not complain.
And knowing your worth.
Yeah.
What about your authenticity? Because we only have one Bonang Matheba. And a lot of the time when you look at auditions, people are trying to be a Bonang. Whereas there can only be one.
Yeah, that's another thing about, you know, you asked me what makes me so good and what sets me apart. One, consistency. Two, authenticity. And being yourself. I think because I'm just me. This is my personality. I celebrate myself. There are things that I love about myself. There are things I don't love about myself. But authenticity. Yes, yes, there are big plans for that, you know, in 2020 with SABC 1. So let's see how that goes.
She's coming.
Hey.
Who knows?
Who knows? There's still so much more to come from Queen Bee's court here on RGB. But right now, maskestata ikef.
Coming up, we go deeper into Bonang's life than her former lovers.
This is session number 2 of our close-up with Bonang Matheba. For those of you abasandu fika, abasandu light TV, your girl Bees in his hey.
Yes. A lot of former presenters of this show would have probably loved to have this opportunity
Thank you
as
so
well.
much.
But anyway,
shade, Samora, please. Not today. We got company today, please.
Come on.
you know, Bonang, being a female celebrity can probably be daunting. When I look at it and I see always
pitting against each other.
the pitting against each other, the cattiness that people always try to make sure that there is
Something
dramanyana ekoyo. Uye wena as Bonang Matheba, how do you
rise above it?
Rise above it, wear your shades and shade the classless.
You know, I find, you know, I'm a very peaceful person. I find if you don't go out there and bother people. Don't go out there and be unnecessary. Don't go out there and cause unnecessary conflict. Don't go out there and speak on things that are unnecessary. So how I stay in my corner keeps me away from a lot of drama. You know, I'm a person that has a lot to lose. You know, I always say you must rise above, return hate with love, kill them with kindness, and bury them with success.
Oh, yes. You're very careful about who you put into your circle. How do you choose who you let in that close to you?
From experience, I've grown to be quite very specific with friends.
Yes.
Because friends do form part of your personal brand. Who you choose to be around with, what they do, how they conduct themselves, really does have, unfortunately, you know, birds of a feather flock together. It does have a sort of an inkling on you and what people perceive about you. So now, it doesn't necessarily have to be somebody who has things to do. It just has to be somebody that's loyal.
When you first came into the industry,
Yes.
do you have any specific memories about any cattiness or any kind of being pitted up against other women?
Oh, absolutely. All my career I've been pitted up against somebody. It's been created, whether it's been there or not, it's been seen, it's been documented, it's been tried, it's been, you know, on social media. Everybody has seen it. And every kind of chapter of my life, they find a new person to kind of put against me. And I find, once again, if you find your center, ignore the noise, just kind of do your own thing. Those things will come and go, unfortunately, because of the industry that I'm in. So it's a matter of knowing how to conduct yourself around human beings, and then utabarite.
Let's talk about trolls. One there's been a thread that we've always had here on the show. Do you know that I was blocked by you at some stage?
Because you probably said something incorrect.
I actually didn't.
No, he told me what he said,
Yes.
but I feel like if you didn't read to the end of the tweet, or if you were maybe in a bad mood, because it was one of those, girl, you stay slaying
every day.
Oh, my
And the thing is,
But I would like to say that very randomly, just a couple of months ago, I did start seeing
a presidential pardon was awarded to Samora. And He made it
Oh
back
my
to the land
God.
of the living.
Yes, okay.
Congratulations,
They call me
congratulations.
block ang.
Yes, no.
Yeah, because I don't like to argue with people, man. And I don't like to do lots of snacks. And it hurts my feelings. I'm Cancerian. You know, those things really hurt my
And
feelings.
there's so many people
There are so many
for
people.
you to be wading through dirty
Precisely. I have 3.3 million followers on Twitter.
Snap.
I have like 2.7 on Instagram and 1.7
snap.
on Facebook. Imagine all of that. So I have to try keep away as much of the not so nice things away from me as possible. Yeah.
Yeah. What makes you decide when to respond and when not to respond?
Please bear in mind, we're asking specifically to, should I say specifically?
Yes.
Or in reference to
Yes.
what doll face?
Oh, yeah.
When those moments overtake you,
Yes.
what goes through your mind?
You know, it's a lot of things. Sometimes when you're quiet, people think you're stupid. So every now and then, I just need to remind people that I'm nice, but I'm not stupid.
Don't play with
And I don't take nonsense. And the timing has to be right, you know? It's every now and then, you know, I can go there with you if you want us to go there.
Yes.
Free of charge.
Being Bonang, season 3.
Yes.
Yes, girl.
Yes.
First of all, absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
But then we saw you tweeting
It's the last
that
one.
it's the last season.
Yeah, I just, I think I'm tired, you know, and also I want a new challenge. I always say every 3-4 years, I want to do something different. Maybe I just want to find something more challenging, something else. There's a huge change in my life that's happening at the moment. There are a lot of things that I'm up to, a lot of, you know, movements and shifts that are going to happen. So I just want to kind of find that center before I can find my next direction.
You mentioned on the show that there are no men currently sliding in the DM.
Yes.
For those gentlemen who feel brave enough,
Yes.
what are the criteria? What are the qualifications?
Well, you need to at least make the same amount of money as me or more.
Needs to be definitely more.
Yeah, definitely more. And you have to be kind,
Yes.
very kind. You have to be a very kind man. And you have to be very peaceful.
When in a relationship, do you ever find that sometimes Amadoda are threatened by a strong black woman like you?
Men are threatened by a lot of things.
Egos.
Yeah,
Threat-
that's the tiniest thing I think in the world, and we don't realize is a man's ego.
Yes.
They're threatened by a lot of things. So it can be just even my shoulder can threaten a man. It just depends on how that man feels about himself.
Do you see a husband, children, settling down, starting a family anywhere in the future?
I get this answer a lot, and it's always like, and kugile.
No.
Wow.
This is why I specifically said, do you see it at any point in the future?
You know, I was saying to my makeup artist this morning, like, the reason why I did what I did, I wanted to complete my career. I wanted to do everything I wanted to do. I wanted to start my business. I wanted to create my own money, have my own house, buy my own cars, buy my own houses, take myself first
Yes.
on holiday. Do everything I want to do and be satisfied. Because getting into a marriage, you have to sacrifice and be selfless and
Yes.
take into cognizance your husband or take into cognizance your children.
Yeah.
So you can't necessarily always do what you want because now you're building a family. So it will happen. I'm not yet finished.
Do you, girl?
Yes.
But I'm ready nyana so ganyane maybe. Ke America ke boe, I want to get Los Angeles ke boe, buy another
Yes.
car, you know, buy another house, go on holiday. Then I'll settle down.
As a fellow globetrotter, Ngicela ukubuza,
Yes.
we're not limiting ourselves to South African Tinder only.
Yes.
No shade.
Yes,
gentlemen.
yes, yes, we're
But
not.
We
Of
have
course.
an entire planet.
Absolutely.
Do you date international? Oh, is it something you're open to doing?
Yes, I have. Yeah, I do. It's what I love to do. You know the thing is when you travel, it broadens your horizons.
Yes.
Be it with men, with money, with cultures, with food, how to run businesses, and inspires you. Even with my fashion, the one reason I love to travel is because I get to see how other men are, and now I realize, no, there's more. I want more is more.
And this standard,
See, hi.
You want the man actually?
Yeah, man.
What am I doing here?
Do you,
I could be
do you
here.
have a country that you would recommend? But nah, these boys ingathi ba right about.
Jo. South African men are nice, actually. Let me tell
Okay.
you, I find them very kind, and they're not very, very hostile, you know, and domineering. That's the side I love about South African men.
Yes.
I would say it depends what kind of man you're looking for. Soft and kind, gentle, romantic, I'd say go to Paris, France.
Ooh.
You know, strong, very dominant, very traditional, maybe go to Lagos, Nigeria, something more fun, you know, laid back, go to Kingston, Jamaica. It depends on the kind of man you're looking for, honey.
Oh, hello.
Bantuke, the rumor mill is grinding high into gear. Sizophinde sithathe enye ikhefu. Andithi Samara?
And yayazi ke mos into bana mhlambe sakhupha neephones zethu sithi pose for the camera now, flick. And you can go and look for those photos on your social media pages at official RGB. Sizobuya in 2 snaps.
After the break, we finish our in-depth sit-down with your girl B, Bonang Matheba.
Yes.
Of our session with SA's Eternal It Girl, Miss Bonang Matheba. We've gotten up close. Ngoku sizawuthi zoom okokugqibela. Outra.
Let's say you made yourself a celebrity checklist, a list of things you needed to get done if you were a celebrity. For instance, Bonang, TV presenter,
Check.
done. Radio presenter,
Check.
done. Businesswoman,
Check.
done. What's next? Sayibona ke ngoku ilingerie.
Yes.
And we were like, hello.
Yes, my lingerie collection. I launched June 2013, so it's been there all along, yeah.
Speaking of, they're looking.
Very percolicious, huh?
You.
We do what we can with the little that we have.
Okay, you've answered me right.
Yes.
Being Women's Month.
Yes.
And you being an advocate of women, young black women, what message do you have?
You know, I always have the same message that the world is, I think, ready for women. The world is ready to hear what it is you have to say, the stories you have to share. And I think to the young women specifically, you live in an era of social media where whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is you want to achieve, it's up to you. The first thing you have to do is start. I want to say to young women, dream as big as possible. Once your dream is big, write it down, create a vision board, and then work towards it every single day. Pray on it, get a mentor, and you know, just be absolutely kick ass. You know, women don't get many opportunities, and I find if you're there, do it amazing, and then you understand what I'm saying? Let's create an alumni of like just, you know, kick-ass sisters who are just moving around the world with each other. Yeah.
Speaking of kick-ass sisters, on Women's Day, you hosted Miss SA.
Yeah.
And your MCC was the official drink of choice. Tell me a little bit about that.
I've had a wonderful 2019, you know, from the Durban July to the inauguration to Miss South Africa. I think people have really welcomed my brand, and it is absolutely fantastic. The Miss South Africa pageant is my 2nd year doing it. Last year I gave them t-shirts. You know, this year I came back with something even bigger and greater. So for the Miss SA team to say yes, you know, they were my champions. They embraced me, they supported me. They said, yes, let's do it. And we are gonna help you, little girl, build this thing to become what it is. Every single person around South Africa has been so embracing. That's right.
Have you said no to certain jobs because they were not willing to take full Bonang?
You need to just shoot your shot.
Yes.
You have to take a chance. And half of how I land into most of these things is because I take a chance.
Yeah.
Whether it's via me, I send an email, or I send someone, or I knock on a door, or I phone, or I beg, or I send my manager, whatever it is, you have to shoot your shot. Because if you don't try, you'll never know. And that's how I ended up in all these brand partnerships, you know, because I was able to say, please, can you try this? Or this is what I would like. And you know, people, if you ask them, they are a little bit more receptive. If you're honest, and if you're thorough, and if you're professional, people will always listen. And then I will never say no to work. And every single job for me is important. Every single check for me is important. Because I work in a very fickle industry. My fame and my rise can end at any minute. I need to do and make as much money as I can, commercialize, leave a legacy, teach as much as I can, build financially for myself, my future children, and maybe for the other, you know, young children of South Africa, be it a school or sending kids to school, whatever it is was very important for me to know that you cannot turn down work because you are holier than thou.
You've been very specific about what you've wanted to do. You've branded yourself as a television presenter.
Yes.
However, you know, there was that video I saw on YouTube with Trevor Noah.
Yes, Eugene Khoza.
Yes, when there was the acting.
Yes.
Why did you not go into that?
Okay, I did go into a little bit of acting when I was on
You were in
SABC.
Soul City.
Intersections.
Yes.
Intersections,
I was
sorry.
nurse TD,
Yes.
right? And that's because, you know, there were SABC execs who had asked me to try, and I said, absolutely, I'll never say no to that. And then I tried it, and then I didn't like it. And I wasn't good at it. And then I just didn't. I'm not an actress.
Yes.
It's also important to know what you're good at and what you're not good at.
There was talk that Mhlambi une address, say New York.
I
Would
do.
Would you ever
actually,
leave
I
South
do.
Africa
I do.
for good?
I do have a home in New York. I wouldn't leave South Africa for good, but I would leave for a little bit.
Okay.
If there was an opportunity overseas, well, there is an opportunity overseas that's forcing me to kind of leave for a little bit, but it's going to be like 6-7 months and I'll be back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lastly, do you
Yes.
have any words of advice for the whole of South Africa? Because everybody's tuned in right now.
Yeah.
Of course.
I think, you know, our country's in a bit of a difficult place at the moment. You know, there are a lot of people who are very, the morale is down, you know, we all feel very low, unemployment rate is up, we are just everything is just expensive, everything, go negative, man, dilo ha di monate, bafana ba win, dilo ke tlhakantswe. You know?
The whole country is just my band.
Hey, man, no one is winning, man. You know, things aren't connected. But I always say to young people, you know, what you want and what you want to achieve starts with you. Success is your own personal responsibility. And this is something I had to make peace with at a very young age in this industry. No one owes you anything. So if you're sitting right there waiting for somebody to come help you, you're in a very dangerous position. Not even your own parents have to help you. Their only responsibility is to love you, right? Up to a certain age. When you get to a certain age, you need to ask yourself, am I prepared to work? Do I know what I want? Do I know that I have time on my hands? Am I going to really focus on this thing and do it? Yes or no? Absolutely. Let's remove delusions of grandeur. In self-entitlement. Let us do some actual work.
But for those of you with celebrity aspirations, I hope you were note-taking and not shade-throwing. It's not every day that you get a masterclass in divaness.
Hey.
Gilisha Gebetuna, the time has come to close up the gossip shop for another evening. Kodwa ke ningoyiki because we can still talk on our social media pages. You can hit us up on Facebook, official Rukopoza, on Twitter and Instagram at official RGB. And remember, sifuna nisebenzela hashtag RealKopoza.
Uba nifuna upractice i-solo game ke, personal pages zikhona, _Mangesi. Happy Women's Month band. Go out there, make somebody, or
You know, be somebody, make somebody,
photobomb somebody. Yonke into nje.
Yes.
Mwah. As long as you're having
Good
fun
night.
and stay safe. Good night.
Love you.
Bye.